Good morning everybody, and welcome back to Subsistence. Normal mode, 90 days per year, and I thought I'd come and sort of take in the view from a little bit further afield. I want to do some modifying, as I think I urged to in the comments. I need to have a window on this side, and to do that we need a load of planks, so I'm going to chop a bit of wood today. The attacks on the last episode was my fault. I miscalculated somewhere. I must have recorded a day after the last attacks that I'd forgotten about. So, my bad. Thinking about my little choke point here as well. The hunters, apart from wanting to run up the back there, which we really need to stop, they're really determined to come around here, around to the front here. So at the moment I've stopped them and they see this as an obstacle, so they're just shooting it. I think what we need to do is to maybe just let them run to where they want to go, sort of here area, fence off this bit so they can't go any further to damage the front, and then we need an angle down here. Now I've got one window there which is kind of difficult to see low down, so I think if I use these walls to keep them away from the rock a little bit, and then just block off the end, I think that might work a bit better. Obviously that means more lights, more lighting and more work. It also means I need to try to get a window in that half wall piece somehow. Yeah, I see the crate, we'll work up to it. And you can't put a window in a half wall, so I need to change that into a full wall. And I have an idea. But before I can go ahead with that idea, I need a load of planks. And we kind of had a building episode in the last episode, so I don't really want to get too heavily into the building on this episode. But I want to just sort of lay it out so that you guys can see what I have in mind, and then maybe if you can think of something better, you can suggest it before I record the next episode. So that's my plan. But first things first, we need wood. Or more correctly, we need planks. So I'm going to chop a load of that, do a bit of looting, do a bit of running around, okay on food and things, and obviously you want to go and check on the Looter's Roost, see how that's getting on, and I need to check on my garden up here as well because I can't remember what state that's in. Although I think it's okay, but always worth checking. So it's been a bit of a busy week this week with all the recording. Lots and lots and lots going on at the moment with my hardcore co-op and my normal 12 days a year co-op, which is now back online. Everything that's going on, it's getting quite confusing, and of course, as you probably already know, I run a server, and there's the cougar. So obviously I like to make an appearance in the server. Kind of use the server as a bit of a warm-up. So usually before I set down to do some recording, then I'll have a go on the server and just, you know, get back in the swing of how things are working, and you know what it's like when you've been away for a few hours or days, and you have to kind of get your head back in the game. Right, let's get some of those made. Yeah, I just thought I'd chop my way down to the Looter's Roost. There's a rabbit. I'm thinking of keeping some rabbits. Simply because they obviously give you cloth, which I don't need, but the meat is useful. You can get a rabbit casserole, I think it is, or something along those lines. I think he's dead. But more importantly, they do make a lot of feces. Obviously, that's good for the garden. As well, might as well grab this loot. He is damaged. 97. interesting. Where's the hunter bag? This will have an easy kill. Yeah, nice. 2 livers. Now, I heard a bit of shooting last night, so I'm thinking probably the hunter bag might already have despawned. Just have a quick look around. Oh, there it is. Perfect. So, that was worth it. Get a rifle round out of it. Kind of cost me a shotgun shell, but I suppose that's the way the game works, isn't it? I do want to get back on to doing some base raids fairly soon. Kind of interested to know what they might have. I won't do anything with him. I'll take those. Yeah, I mean it's a good way. Base raid is a good way of getting free loot, hopefully. And nothing really I can do there, is there? Nope. Let's just check this. It's fertilizer. Of course it does. What have we got? Yeah, we're restricted to ash now, so need to get back on with the animals, I think. I think if I can shoot a couple of rabbits and keep them alive, then that's probably the best thing for now, just to get some fertilizer going. And it looks like it's going to rain. Of course it will. I've just watered the garden. Why would it not rain? Right. So we've only made a trip from there to here, and we've already got a full inventory. That's quite good going, isn't it? Any more wabbits? No, you're not a wabbit. You're a wolf. Starts with the right letter, but the wrong animal. Notice I say wabbit, not rabbit, but therefore it definitely starts with a W. Okay. So yeah, I don't want to get too carried away with the old running around looting thing here. Otherwise we're just not going to get anything done. But on the other hand, I don't want to spend all day doing building, because otherwise you guys are going to get bored. Oh, he died as well. So, yeah, you can have that path. I'll take a different one. So yeah, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to come up with a way in which the hunters are satisfied that they have access to attack my base without actually giving them access to attack my base. So it's kind of like fooling them into thinking that they're close enough, but not actually letting them get close enough. Which is obviously a difficult compromise to make. But I think we're close. I think we are pretty close, but we're not there yet, so there's still more modification needed. And I think the biggest problem at the moment is where they want to... I've scared the life out of me. Where they want to go is an area that I don't currently have coverage of. So we need to change that. And we also need to remember the cougar is quite low down. Not sure where exactly. Looks like it might be a good loot day today as well. We'll be in the rain because it's about to. There we go. And so it's about to chuck it down. Okie dokie. So just while I'm out here anyway, what I wanted to do was use our foundation again. So I think this this line that we have here, we want to keep it kind of in a position where I can see what's going on. But I think if I just straighten that up a little bit, kind of like somewhere around there maybe. Oh, wrong way around. So I'm just going to sort of follow the line of the rocks here. Nope, don't want you snapping. Don't snap. Nope. Nope. Ooh. Now I've snapped from a long range away, isn't there? Something about there. That might actually be too high. I can't go under it, but it doesn't need to be that high. I'm actually going to drop it down because I think what's going to happen there is they're going to try and throw things at the rocks and it's going to hit the wood. I'd rather it went behind the wood. I think we can do the same with this one as well. That one's okay for now. We might change that around later. Nope. 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 Stop it. Something like that, and then across. So that way they don't see it as an obstruction to where they're trying to get to. That's my plan. I'm trying to find the corner. Around about there. Just a little bit lower. Yeah, so the idea, as you can see, is that we're going to let them go where they want to go, which is around front here. That way we can corral them into an area we want them to be. I'm just going to stick this here just because I've run short of half walls, so I'll just stick that there. Yeah, so if they're trying to get here, then this allows them to come here and allows them to shoot up with the base. But all we need now is a window or a fighting position that we can use to shoot down here, and obviously we need to illuminate it. We need to be able to see them when they're there. So, zinc. What I have done overnight, just put this away. There's those. You dead anyway. We've got a few planks now, so I can get a bit of building done at least. Goes upstairs. Okay, so that's upstairs too. Yes, what I've done, as you probably noticed, is I have made a light on a pole. So I might as well do that while we had the mass. And what we're going to do with that is, instead of trying to light up that area, or at least initially that area which they like to frequent, I'm going to use it to light up this area down here. Hopefully, if the light is powerful enough, which, well, may or may not be. So, let's see, which way is that? Yeah, it's facing away from me. So because it's on a nice big pole, I can stick it up here, where hopefully it's out of the way, but will still light up where we need to light up. So, thinking maybe somewhere in there. It might be a little bit far away, but it'll be better than not being able to see them. And then we can always make another light if necessary to eliminate that area, and maybe move that one a little bit. We'll just have to see how it goes. If they continuously hide behind that tree and try and get at the top, what I might do is push that whole wall out a little bit, so that tree is no longer an option for them. But I'll have to see. Okay, so the next little bit you'll be pleased to know I can do with not being soaking wet in the rain. I'll grab some of those and put this away in the fridge. Get rid of that. Let's knock that the ash out of there while we're here. Yeah, so what I need to do is change this half wall for a full wall. Not wall, ceiling piece, for a full ceiling piece. And I don't want to push this out further that way, because we'd have to do it all the way along, and that would mean changing these glass pieces for full glass pieces. And I really don't want to have to do all that. But what I can do is I can push this wall further out that way. We've got plenty of room that side. So it seems logical to me. First of all, let's move some of this out of the way. Just temporarily, no matter where it is, stick it there. Now, we're going to have a window there, so this lot can't stay here, unfortunately. We'll have to find a different place for our little kitchen. And again, for now, I'm just going to stick it out of the way. I wasn't going to get heavily into this today, but seeing as it's absolutely throwing it down with rain, we might as well get some of it started. So these half pieces are not really much use to me. Certainly that end one isn't. I'm not sure how we're going to do the next one along, but I'm not going to ditch them because I can use them to extend that piece out there. So we are, however, going to need at least one of those, and we are going to need at least one windowed piece. So if I take that out of there, and stick it on, if we can get there, the end of that one. And then I can take this piece out of here and stick it on, no, not there, that one. And that should give us a position that we can snap this to. No, not there. Where are you? find the snap point. There. Ah. And of course, window needs to go with it. Nope, the right place. Sure, we've got a gap to the left there, haven't we? Oh, I think that is right. Yeah, so we'll just use the two halves up there, but this piece here, I'm going to push that out without falling down to the hole that we make. Yeah, or maybe not. Can't see it. Yes. Ah, good guess. Okay, so then this piece, I don't think it makes a lot of difference which way the grain runs because it's running all over the shop anyway. Oh, maybe I didn't quite get that in the right place. There we go. Okay, so the rest is easy because this piece here will fill in the back the other side. Like that. And then our windowed wall goes in there. Like so. And then obviously we need to move these pieces so that I can actually access the window. Probably end up moving the light as well. In fact, I think I might do that now before we get too far into it. So we need to make some scaffolding because obviously I cannot walk out there. Just move that temporarily. Where are we going to put that? It's kind of facing where I want it, but we do have that other light now facing down there. So, I found that the higher up the building you put it, the weaker the light is when it hits the ground. So I think if we can get it somewhere down here, we might get a half decent, strong light that's actually mildly usable. And I think maybe there, somewhere around there, kind of facing in the right location. And now we need to put our floor back. Window, and then I just need to make a window for it, which is cool. I need to make a window anyway. So, not quite sure what to do with this whole cooking arrangement. I could do with having the fire close to my fighting location, so I think what I might do is just try and make a snap point for it. I know I've just moved this back and now I'm moving it again, but that's the way it goes sometimes. So that should be a half point snap there. So that will allow me I don't know which way round to do this, but for now we'll do it like that. I mean, I could put a full wall there, honestly. But I happen to have those pieces, so it kind of makes sense just to use what you've got. Right, so panic button then we'll stick there out of the way, and I think we can pretty much keep these in the same as they were. Don't want to cover the switch up, so in there. Just fit in next to the fridge and make sure all the food in the fridge melts because the fire keeps it nice and hot. Good job, physics. Real physics isn't a thing, isn't it? And then we can just stick that back around there. And then the only thing we're short of now is our fighting box. Not really sure the best place to keep that. I want it close to hand, but not in the way. Kind of fits there. At least it's accessible. So, yeah, there we go. So we're inviting the hunters down. Actually, really annoying that you can't see that little bit lower down. With the window open, there's going to be a blind spot there. Which is a tad bit annoying, but there's not really a lot you can do about it. Yeah, so we need to make a window there. And then up here, I don't really think we need to necessarily make any changes. I mean, we do now have that step out there, so we could copy the design from downstairs upstairs, but I'm not really feeling the need to at the moment. It probably looks a bit of a mess out there, but we'll have to see how that goes when we get out to check it. But actually I ended up making remarkably few pieces there, which was kind of nice. Right, let's put this slot away. And yeah, so we're back up to 100 mass again, so I think the best thing to do is to make another one of these. Do 6, 6 and one of those. Simply because I don't think we can have too many of these, really. I think the more light we can give the situation, the better. And as they all get activated off one switch anyway, kind of just makes sense just to have a load. So it's getting dark now, so we'll be able to go out and actually see what sort of coverage we've got. And I'm not expecting an attack again, but that doesn't mean we won't get one. Okay, let's go and have a look. Yeah, right, so this pole light here, that really nicely lights up that area. This light here maybe is kind of giving us a little bit further coverage. So if they run to the back, we're getting that. That light there seems to be covering... it's a bit dark, it's a bit dim, but it's kind of covering the entrance to the choke point. I think maybe we could use that to better effect. If I twist that round through 90 degrees, we could actually use it to cover the area by the tree, maybe? Or maybe not. Not sure about that. Okay, so let's try this other one here. See if we can actually cover that tree area there without falling off the rock. Yeah, that's a bit low, isn't it? Okay, we can move it. Don't really want these getting in the way because the more exposed they are, the more likely they are to get hit by grenades and things. But that's definitely better. I mean, that's a big improvement. We can see that tree clearly now. If people are running around hiding behind it, we should be able to see them. Although admittedly that full wall there is obscuring our view to a certain degree. But I think we're getting there. I think we're starting to begin to get something that is usable for fighting. We've got 30 mass left. Can we use a straight window? Get one. Yeah, so I'm going to have to make some of those, unfortunately. Oh, finally stopped raining. Alright, I'm going to switch those lights off for now because power, no point in wasting it. So one of those, one of each of those, one of those, and 3 of these. And then we can put our window in. I'm aware that there's still that other window we need to make, but that's not as much of a priority as this. Oh, my fire went out. Not as much of a priority as this one, because this is our fighting window. We need to be able to open and close it to give ourselves some protection. I hate this fire. Last match, I think. My health is pretty poor as well, isn't it? Let's get that sorted out. Okay, so I'm going to have to do it from here because the wall is in my way. But there you go. And I can turn this into alloy sheeting as well. But just a shame I can't quite see down in the bottom there, but it should allow me at least a much better fighting position. And if that is particularly annoying, if that area that I can't quite see down there is annoying, what I will do is borrow a foundation, temporarily make a snap point for this window just a little bit lower down, just the width of the skirting board there, lower down. Sink that window down, we'll cover up the gap at the top with a wall or something, and then I'll definitely be able to see as far as I want to see. Right, I'm going to cook my roast chicken up and wait the night out, and I'll see you back here in the morning. Welcome back, everybody. So, it is the morning after, the night before. Thank you for all the comments. I have swapped to the jumper, sorry, sweater, as everybody calls it. And you can see there are different skins that you can buy just to support the developer. They're really cheap, like 79p or something, or $1 American money. So I don't have the Jacko face one. I don't think I'd use it if I bought it. Yeah, that one, I don't think I'd wear that one. You've seen me in that one, I think, in a recent other episode. But for now, we'll just use the camo, which kind of looks like a hunter jacket. It isn't, but kind of looks like one. There you go. Very suave. Anyway, so I've got breakfast ready. As you can see, we're out of protein and we have very little veg. But the baked meals, there you go. Fill you right up. Well worth having the baking pan. If it was easier to get, I would make it first, but unfortunately, requires quite a lot of resources. Right, let's just chuck this lot away. Now, I noticed the garden has been ignored. I'm not quite sure how that happened, but I'm just going to take a few of these up with me because I really can't remember how much stuff it needs. Yeah, ooh, tomatoes are ready as well, look at it. Yep. We'll get those done. I would rather harvest them even though we don't actually need them, just in case they get hit by a grenade or something, and then we can get these replanted. Fill that up with those, and those are not quite ready yet. Should be later today, I hope. I'm not going to bother fertilizing them just yet, because I'm not desperate for them, but if needs be we will. That should be okay on water, I think. Those away. Yeah, maybe 3. Perfect. Right, so we've got a good supply of cotton now. We have pretty much got everything we need. We've got the flak jacket, the helmet. The only thing I don't have is the black trousers. And we don't have the black t-shirt either, but we're wearing a sweater, so there's not much point. So we can do that. That's 12 cotton. So 12, 12 and 1. We've got a little bit left over for repairs, so I might as well get those made. They'll give us a bit more protection. And what was it? Can't remember. 12? Yeah, 12. And 3 of those, and 3 of those. Lovely. So all that can be crafting. We can put those on, get them crafted when we're ready, when we've got the stuff. So let's get out and see what we can find today. Yeah, I think I sort of keep reviewing this. I think ultimately I might try and do something to stop them running around the back there. But I think that's looking pretty good. We've got good coverage now, and we've allowed the bigger area for them to come in. I think ultimately I might try and put a fish hook kind of affair there, so that once they come in they can't get back out again. But let's see how that bit works before we make it any more complicated. Yeah, that sticky out bit works quite well. That sort of middle, just the middle floor has been extended, and there's a nice little shelf there for putting lights on or something if we needed to. We'll have to see how much damage these lights take. If they take damage, we might have to consider moving them, but we'll see. So I want to look for a couple of rabbits today, if we can. Chicken. Yeah, I really want rabbits. I think if we can have a couple of rabbits, do a cycle of those, we can get some fertilizer built up a bit. Yeah, there's a no. Ooh, there's a fisherman. I'll leave him on loan, I think. So, yeah, there we are. Naked man running through the jungle in his underpants. Nothing to see here. Moving along. There we go. We can find somewhere in the sun. We can look at us in our fine glory. So yeah, we don't have the black. In fact, actually, we had a hunter jacket, didn't we? Lost it in a little incident in the caves. But maybe we'll find another one soon. I'm not sore about that. Won't keep harping on about that. It never happened. Forgotten all about it. rabbit. Chicken. You want chickens. Isn't it strange when you want them, you never find them? Now we're looking for rabbits, tripping over chickens. It's potassium. Don't really want that. Or that. Wow, that's potassium as well. Crikey. I don't think I've ever seen so much potassium. And that one. I think the game's trying to tell me something. Yeah, a quick wander up here, I think. I never actually found any cotton up here, but I don't think there's any rhyme or reason to how and where it spawns. I think it is just random. More chickens. See what I mean? Tripping over the blooming things. Ah. Sneak up on it. But yeah, it's interesting to see people still complaining on the Subsistence Discord that there's not enough fibre in the game, and they're wanting the spawn rate of fibre to be increased. I find that really strange. I've never had a problem finding fibre. Maybe in the first couple of days of the game, or the first couple of days. Can you see the fibre in this picture? Yeah, I mean, it's there, it's obvious. Once you know what to look for, that piece there, you can actually train your eyes to see it. But when you're new to the game, it is fairly elusive. But I think the first couple of game days, the spawn rate has been turned down a bit, which kind of makes... dead. Kind of makes sense, because, you know, if fibre is the core of everything, you need it to make, even just to light a fire, to make your bow, fishing lures, that sort of thing. So if they gave you loads on the first couple of days, you wouldn't need to run anywhere. You could just stick to your immediate... Ooh, cottonseed. Nice. Stick to your immediate local area, and that would be that. So I think it's kind of good that it's a little bit rare at the beginning of the game. More potassium. Like that though. So we're getting a little bit far away from home here, but I think we should be okay. We're not expecting any attacks. Seem to be finding a fair amount of loot, so that's not a bad thing. So this area we're kind of coming up to here, like all around these rocks, this back area here is what I refer to in my snowfall challenge as the rabbit fields. For no particular reason, but in my experience, there does generally seem to be quite a lot of chickens and rabbits roaming around up here. Of course, now that I've said that, we probably won't find any. The iron, definitely. Oh, missed one. I was premature on the bow. I thought I'd do more ores than that on this rock. It's usually quite a good rock for them. And of course the zinc is now gone. I'm not too bothered about the zinc, to be honest. Nice. And the rifle rounds. Not many rabbits about today. Right, I think I'm going to start heading back, kind of take the long way round, see what we can find. I want to try and get back onto my original path. And as long as the loot is good, I'm not too worried about that. Let's see if we can sneak this one away. So you see what I did there is waited for him to growl and then immediately crouched. And then stay crouched and back away slowly. You can get away with that as long as he's facing away from you. Don't do that if he's facing you. He comes straight at you. Right, just check carefully for fishermen. This is a very long way away from any of their bases, but they do seem to just pick a random pond, regardless of its distance, so you can get them coming up here. Just spawned in right in front of you. Yeah, so I want to try and get back onto the track that we took to get here, the original path, because as one of you mentioned in the comments, loot can often spawn in behind you. So by backtracking over the path that you took to get out, right now actually, very often you can find loot that wasn't there when you came through. Having said that, I think I made a pretty good job of clearing the area. Doesn't seem to be much around here, except chickens. Okay, This game is definitely telling me I need to collect potassium. I don't know why, but it's an iron on the... Ooh. There he is. Yeah, so I can get the one I don't want. It's that one I want. Here we go. Oh, here's exactly where I was about to go. I see a deer. What level are you, deer? Level 2, huh? You're just about going to move your head, aren't you? As soon as I fire. Yeah, I knew it. Just knew that was going to happen. You kind of get used to the movements, like the animation goes through a cycle of movements and you kind of get used to it. I couldn't describe to you what they are, but when you're watching them, putting the head down, grazing, lifting the head up, looking left, looking right, that kind of thing, you do sort of get used to the movement. I should have listened to myself. Could have saved an arrow. Well, we've done quite well on the loot today. Considering we didn't have a lock crate or anything, the inventory is looking fullish. Oh, well, the carrot. Yeah, kind of losing the light. It's going to be going dark pretty soon, so I think we've timed that quite well. Ooh, I see a crate up there. Guarded by a bear. Let's see if we can maybe sneak around. He's moved away a bit, so if I can go in from this side, then... okay then, come on. Walkie's time. Nice level 3 wolf, you'd be much better used to me over this side of the base. I'll position him over here, and then hopefully in the morning when the hunters come to attack, we'll have a little bit of defence. Alright, you stop around there, please. Still coming. I don't want to jump on my base foundations because I don't want, if you do that he'll run away. I want him to just stop where he is. So I'm deliberately avoiding standing on any of my base pieces. Right, where's that crate? It was just here, wasn't it? Despawned. That's just typical, isn't it? All that trouble to get it. It's gone. Oh well, never mind. Ooh, that's a bit high. Can you get it? Yes. Just. I'm just going to have a quick look at this. Yeah, this shelf here kind of almost hides those, doesn't it? But you could, like, if the lights down there do take damage, we could possibly mount them on this little shelf piece. I don't think the hunters will deliberately target the lights, but I think they can sometimes just get hit by collateral damage. We'll have to see how that works out. Right. Yeah, we still need to put that window in, don't we? Might as well get it done. We've got the mast and things now, and it's the last window. So once that's done, every hole has a window, so to speak. Might as well make a fuel brick, might we? Who's in there? Who's in there? Those go upstairs, don't they? Those go upstairs. Sorted. Right, one of those. That's away. And then just our glass. And it was, let me just check. Yeah, it was a curved one. Didn't make the wrong one, that would be a disaster. Yeah, definitely get a good angle on them from here, but if they go under that rock too far, then we've kind of had it. We'll have to see how it works out when we get attacked. There we go. Final window. Of course, I've just done the plant beds, haven't I? Otherwise I could have planted there. Right, I think I'm going to swap to the revolver because I'm pretty sure it's attack day tomorrow and I'd rather use the revolver. It's a really nice weapon. Maybe we'll have a rack of ribs this time for a change. Bored with chicken all the time. Yeah, the angle here is not good, but I think what I might be able to do is just to drop the height of the whole thing. Like from here, I've got fairly good coverage of that bit, but I can't see further round. So upstairs I can see further round, but I can't see this bit. So it's kind of, well, we'll have to see. We won't know until they attack. Anyway, it's getting a bit dark now. I think that's all I've got for you in this episode. We did manage to get the black trousers made. and some building work done again. So we're looking very suave now. We're back to where we were, minus the hunter jacket, and possibly the recurve bow. I will definitely make a recurve bow soon, but I'm not in a hurry for it. I can manage without it. But a couple of upgrades on the revolver would be nice. Especially firepower, but also maybe clip size. But that's for another episode. Anyway, that's all I got for you. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that. And look after yourselves. Most importantly, stay safe. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye now.